everybody hates him now.
He was claiming Natty, I guess, was he?
He was claiming Natty. He still does. And no, I was just wondering like what you guys think about that. Like think about SARMs in general, and I guess people claiming Natty when they're blatantly not Natty. Like
bullshit.
Bluntly, yeah. What's up, boys?
On the go.
This is it.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you sound good.
All right, hold on. Let me close those blinds.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Nah, dude.
Go fuck yourself.
Jared. Jared doesn't know how to use his email, so.
You got to make it so it's like 4 squares, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're recording now?
I am, yeah.
Can we only record for an hour?
No, I don't think so. Like I record all the classes that we do for work, so and they go over an hour sometimes, so I think it should be fine. Like
Okay,
this is the full version of Zoom.
Oh, your best time.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's all the news?
Nothing, man. Just getting views.
Did you guys train today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Word, what'd you have?
Belt.
Belt.
Ooh.
On schedule.
We're all on the same fucking schedule.
Still on the same schedule.
If anyone said anything different, I would have been pissed off.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, that's what Jared's saying.
You change it so the fucking thing is.
Yes, man. This is retired. It just keeps flashing around.
You guys have to change that yourself.
Well, how?
Up in the corner, it says view, and you change the view.
Oh.
Fair enough.
What? Gallery?
Yeah, gallery.
Ah, there we go. That's way better.
Much better.
Yeah.
Old man.
Fuck.
Dude, it's been a while since I've done this.
So I had a call with a client yesterday, and he was like, "Do you have like Zoom or anything? Like, can we video chat?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know how to set any of that shit up."
And the first semester, I guess it would have been spring, like at the beginning of last year, when they first like switched all the classes to online. It was so bad. The profs had no idea how to work anything. Like imagine like a 50 or 60-year-old trying to work this and like trying to like mute people and all that and like kick people out and like get people in. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, you kind of like you probably need like a course in it.
Yeah, well, I think at a lot of schools they did do a course in it.
They did, yeah.
So
they use Google Meet and shit.
Yeah. There's definitely like
it's just like a lot more complicated.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I Zoom is definitely the best, I think. But at school we use WebEx because they have some kind of like, I guess, partnership with WebEx or something like that. But it's brutal. Like trying to like in labs and stuff, they make us like draw.
Yeah.
Like on like a blank sheet of paper, and like trying to draw with your mouse is all over the place. It's just a mess.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Did you boys get me any questions on your story?
No, dude. I forgot about it. I only put it up like an hour ago.
Yeah, we didn't have it up for like any time.
No, we fucked up on that part.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have questions.
Yeah, what do you ask?
What's up, Jared?
Is he on his phone?
Oh man.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
We're gonna call you the new guy from now on.
Can you put it sideways?
Late.
Yeah, change the orientation, Jared, so it's not like it doesn't look whack.
What do you mean?
You're sideways.
Yeah, like flip your phone.
Jared's
Oh my god.
There we go.
There you go.
That's a bit better.
That right in there.
There's always one in every podcast who's on the phone.
Like that's for Paul of Squad's podcast. The old dude didn't know what he's doing.
Yes, dude, that's you.
Yeah, legit. Yeah, so there's a couple of topics that I want to kind of talk about. But first of all, I'd say let's just kind of talk about where we are with like how your past week was, how you're dealing with kind of quarantine and training and nutrition and all that, and what your plans are for prep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Jared, you go first.
Yeah, new guy.
Been training here at the home gym. Got no plans for doing a show this year.
What do you have at the gym?
Right now just a band set that I bought and that big cable setup.
You got a what?
So that
Band
big
set.
machine
You got
thing I got there.
bands.
Bands and the big machine thing about.
Oh yes, how's that machine?
It runs a bit rough, but it's good. Yeah.
I guarantee it's not as rough as mine, man.
Dude,
I
this is
don't
a
know,
little TLC.
I got mine from Andy, and it is in like it squeaks and like full of rust, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I've coated in like WD-40 and everything, man.
Yeah.
Boys, you should see my new cable system.
I saw it on your story.
Way better than Reps. It's like silent and smooth. It's nuts.
Yeah.
So other than that, Jared, how's the training going?
It's pretty good. Like,
So what do you do? Take everything to failure?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Just go till I can't and everything.
Yeah, home workouts blow.
Yeah, you do. But that's it.
Sick.
Nice. So are you still trying to grow right now, or what are you doing?
Yeah. I dropped food there for a bit. Got down to like 205 again, but then I bought that and was up to just a little bit. So I'm like up 208 now.
Yeah, dude. Deadly.
So slowly climb.
Solid.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Luke,
Right, what do you do?
where are you at?
So since like this whole lockdown happened, the first couple weeks I fucked off around the bay, which was great. So I had like Ben's got a big gym out there anyway, so I was still training every day out there pretty much, or every second day. But the eating and that wasn't all there. Like I've probably been eating the past 3 weeks, 3 whole meals a day, and then like my intra shake and my post workout shake with snacks pretty much in the evening. And my body weight has just been going down, and I'm just getting leaner and leaner, and it's just unintentional, but it's just the most I can do right now. And the past 3 weeks was just I wanted to just relax and maintain a little bit after they pushed the show back 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, you haven't lost muscle, man. You just
No, I haven't lost any muscle, so that's all I care about.
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as long as you keep training, you're getting your protein and like
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not going to lose muscle that easy, man. As long
No.
if you train a little bit, you're not going to lose muscle. Like
exactly.
for us to lose muscle, like you almost got to sit like have a big injury and
Yeah.
have like no like neurological connection with the muscle.
Yeah,
You just
100%.
have to sit down and like not train for like 2 weeks.
Not
like,
train, not eat.
Not eat. Like it takes a lot, you know what I mean?
It does.
Unless it's new muscle, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if you just gain muscle and then you fuck off training like a certain way, then
it's going to go a lot easier then.
Well, I've learned that like when I got to 330 and stayed there for like a whole year and
Yep.
gained all this muscle, like I'm down 25 pounds. Like I haven't lost any muscle because
Exactly.
I'm pretty much stronger now than I was when I was that big.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
just like this, keeping the same strength, you know, and having a 25-pound weight difference tells
Yep.
me that I didn't lose any muscle, right?
Yep.
So I think that's a key thing with like gaining muscle is just getting there and holding it for a while.
Yep.
Once you hold it for a while, man, it's so hard to lose.
Exactly, and that's like this past off season. But before I did the nationals last year, I just barely hit 210, and then I started prep. But this past off season, I've been over 210 for a year and a half now. I've been between 210 and 220 for the past year and a half. So I've held, it's the longest time I've held the most weight.
How much you weigh now?
Right now,
Yeah.
I was 207 and a half this morning.
Okay. Yeah. So you're still like 210 if you drink some water.
Yeah.
And you look, I mean, it's a way better 210 than your last.
That was a way better 210. It's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really good progress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Man, I've been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I've been doing pretty good. Like my life didn't change much anyway because all I was doing was working from home. Besides training a few clients at the gym and training at the gym, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
But you know, I miss that the most, just going to the gym and training with all you guys. Obviously, that's probably
Yeah, man. That's what I find the hardest is training by yourself with no motivation.
Like, I don't go to the gym for like social, but like it is the social part of my day at the same time.
Exactly.
Between that and going to the grocery store.
Yeah, I feel like that one.
You know what I mean? Like I wear my best sweatpants to the grocery store.
Yeah.
So fucking yeah, and then I got a pretty good training set up. I got like 2 different things going on.
Yeah, exactly.
I have good equipment, right?
Yeah.
So I've just been trying to make the most. Like it's been good because like I still toned down the training like until like probably last week.
Yeah.
I was like in a like 8th week of a cruise phase. like kind of just getting ready for this prep.
Mhm.
You know, so I just ramped up my training this last week, like started actually trying to lift heavy again and like really pushing myself. Just because I'm in that mind state now for prep.
Yeah.
Because I'm prep. I'm doing this prep like no matter what. Like if the show
And that's like me as well.
Yeah, I think we're all in the same boat there.
if the show gets canceled, like I'm fucking getting peeled.
Yeah, exactly. You just look.
I'm with you. We're with you.
Yeah, which is sick, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I gotta see like what I got in me here now. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
You know, I'm scared to diet, man.
Yeah.
Today's my last day, man. Of not being on diet, and I don't think my coach fucks with cheat meals.
I don't think he does either, man.
By the sounds of it, yeah, I
I
probably
think
not had a cheat meal for a fucking while. So
Yeah.
today, I'm just doing my thing, and then after that is I'm pumped to just get into it and get back to the grind and get like I'm in that mindset now, though. You know, like just like ready to just do the same shit every day.
Yeah.
Like and like I'm hungry for progress again, but like the kind of like it's like off-season progress is one thing, but it's like almost hard to measure, right?
It is super hard to measure.
Like you know when you make progress, but like it's like you don't really know how much.
Man, I had no idea how much progress I made until the past 3 weeks when I started to lean down a little bit.
Yeah, well there you go.
I just assumed I looked the same.
So prep is like that, so you see that, and then the prep it's like every week you see a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You like your pictures more, and like I'm excited to have that excitement every week, like checking in with my coach. And,
Yeah.
I think a big thing is too that like being on prep during this time is like you're at home and like you're just doing the same thing every day. It's like motivation's low to train. So like when you have a goal and something like that, it keeps you disciplined and it keeps you focused and like it gives you a reason to actually get up out of bed and stuff, right? So
I remember like the first few shows I did, especially like when I set my mind to a show, it was like, fuck, man, like I have to do everything possible to be in shape. Like I cannot look bad.
Oh, I know.
like I would be perfect, like and like literally give everything, right?
Yeah.
But it's like I've been so far away from that now. It's been like it's taken me time to like get ready to be in that mindset.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and yeah, so it's quite an adjustment because it's kind of weird. Like when you've been there and like you know what it takes, but then you're away from it for a while, you forget what it actually feels like.
Yeah, you're kind of nervous to kind of get back into it and like.
How long has it been now, Mo?
Dude, I haven't been hungry in 3 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, right? Like,
I literally like I don't even know what it feels like to be
I
hungry.
don't know what it feels like anymore.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's been 2018, October 2018. So
Right. So exactly a year before me, right?
2.5 years, really.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's gonna be nuts, dude.
yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
it's gonna be a huge difference. Huge.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to compare the
man.
whole progress pictures and shit like that.
Yeah, it's gonna look silly.
Good, man.
Yeah, I got about 25 pounds of muscle on.
It's gonna look like you ate the other fella.
Yeah. I'd say my legs will look pretty similar. My legs are probably a little bit bigger now, but big difference in my chest, my back, my
Huge difference, man.
upper body in general, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's good. So that's something to look forward to. How about you, Shay? What's all the news, bud?
Yeah, dude.
All the news. Training's. I mean, it's not bad. Like I got a bunch of equipment from work. I got dumbbells from 20 to 90. Like I got 20s, 30s. 60s. So that was good. Like last lockdown, I took like the 75s and like increments lower than that. So like I took more weight this time and like I've been like throwing around the 90s on shoulder press and like incline chest press for like 15s, which have been good. So like strength is still there. And like I mentioned, I have that like resistance kind of stack machine, which is like, I mean, it's not great, but it's good to have something to just switch it up, even if it means just like throwing it in at the end, like doing a few like lat pull downs or chest press or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in terms of prep, like I don't know, I've been like super in my head about it. Like I was like, man, like I don't want to prep if like there's not gonna be a show. Like everybody last year, like they all prepped and like the show just got completely canceled. So I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to do that, if I like want to like just keep putting on muscle now, right? But I'm thinking like my body just needs to break and like
You're ready for it, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for it. Like I need a cut and like I want to see what I've put on over the past like I don't even know how long it's been. It's probably
Dude, it'll be almost 2 years by the time the
yeah.
show comes around because last time you competed was July 15th, 2018.
Yeah, exactly, right? So like when's the show going to be now? End of June, they said.
June
Yeah.
26th.
26, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's pretty much going to be 2 years exactly. So
Dude.
it's
No, I
definitely
know.
time. And like,
You need to cut every now and then. Like,
do,
I
man.
know, like the reason I'm where I am now is because of like the shows I did. Because like every time I got lean, like I did 7 shows, so like every time I got lean, like I gained a bunch of muscle after the show.
And that's the same
Yeah.
with me.
Right? Because like when you're at, especially like say like the body fat you're at now, like you're still at a body fat where you could definitely keep growing, but it's going to be like minimal. Like at this point,
It's gonna be a lot slower now.
You made so much gains like since your last show, right?
yeah.
So
And I
it's
think
just- yeah.
I'm at the point now where like I think if I gain any more like body weight or body fat, I'm just not gonna be comfortable.
No.
Like right now, and like especially training, like I've noticed obviously it would be better if I did more cardio, but like it's like but like my conditioning isn't like where it should be to actually be performing at my best when I'm training. And obviously it doesn't matter as much at home. But like when I was with you guys in the gym training, like I would notice that like that was kind of holding me back. Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man, definitely cardio on the opposite. Well, I think that's like still a new like concept even.
It is. It's such a new concept, and it's. Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, but I think it's something that's like super important. Like I do it, but like just because I have to, because the dogs. Like everyone knows my fucking situation. Like if I didn't have the dogs, it's like really low chance I would be doing cardio, right? So like I don't shit on anyone who doesn't do it in the off season.
You don't shit on anyone besides me.
Yeah, I'm hard on you. Because I care about your progress. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Yeah, but yeah, so I think, but it helps so much, right? Like maybe at 300 pounds and being able to push myself on legs and shit like that is definitely makes a difference, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
It's definitely something that I need to start utilizing a little bit more. Is just even like 15-20 minutes every morning.
Yeah, because you have a bike, don't you, Luke?
Oh yeah, dude, I got a bike and a rower here. It's just sat over there in the corner.
Dude, I couldn't believe how hard the recumbent bike was when
Dude, that shit's hard, man.
I put mine together and built it.
Yeah.
And dude, your quads are just on fire.
Oh, it's actually torture on the legs.
Yeah, like it's like it really sucked for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then kind of get used to it and it kind of numbs out a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Getting going, like you got a bit of glycogen in your legs and you start pedaling that thing, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know.
And your quads up by your knees, especially.
Yeah, kills my teardrops.
Yeah, the teardrops.
Yeah, man.
On fire, man. Definitely makes teardrops better though.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, dude. You're gonna bring out the detail, you know.
Mhm.
So given that like I had like an exercise class and I was talking to the ladies this morning about like COVID and all that, and like when they think like things are going to be opening back up. What are you guys thinking for like they're saying that like most people should have their vaccines or at least the first run of vaccines by July. So like given that the show does go ahead here, what are you guys thinking for like maybe shows like following that? Like, do you guys have any plans for that?
I'm doing every fucking show I can. So I swear to God, when I get in shape, I'm gonna do them all.
Yeah, dude, why not?
Yeah. I've been waiting so long, and especially like anything in like the Atlantic region.
Yes, man.
Like that's before pro qualifier, I'll just do.
Yeah.
And just try to collect wins.
That's kind of the boat that I'm thinking about. I don't know if I'm going to do another pro qualifier this year or not. It might be next year because I'll still be qualified as long as I place top 3 at one of the regional shows. So I'll definitely be doing 1 or maybe 2 regional shows this year.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, I'm thinking about, I think the Canadian Classics, I think it's called, is in Toronto at the end of July.
Yeah, the same one that I done. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thinking about that one, and also there's the Ben Weider, which is the end of September.
Yeah.
Ben Weider's in September.
Where's the
Right.
Ben Weider?
Ben Weider's Toronto as well.
Is it in Toronto this year?
Yeah, that's what it said last time I checked. So
Okay.
yeah, so two kind of
movements.
national shows that I just want to get on a national stage and see kind of how I
Yeah,
compare.
just see you stack up.
All those pro qualifiers are going to be like in the cities like outside Toronto. Right?
They are, yeah. They're all going to be around Ontario region. I'd
It's
say.
going to be Burry or like whatever has the lowest like level of alertness for COVID, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever. It's all the same. They're all good cities out that way.
Oh, yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be good.
Word. Just look at a couple questions here. The question: what's the hardest part about doing a show?
starving.
Yeah, but that's the eating.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Easily, man.
It's 100% the food.
And like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, if you don't think that it's hard, you've never died. Like,
You've never died at hard.
Oh yeah. I thought when I went into it was gonna be a breeze, but I suffered like 8 weeks right till the show.
Yeah,
every
Well,
day.
dude, first one
Yeah.
works, man. First one, you're like, you're going through it, and you're like, I'm never doing this shit again.
Yeah,
I was
you're
looking
like,
at pictures
fuck
of guys
that.
healed, and I was like, these guys, like, that's easy. And then I tried it, and it was like, fuck, like every
Yeah.
day.
Dude,
Hell.
because like anyone can like lose weight and get skinny, but like when you're trying to slowly lose fat and hold
Yeah.
on
Keep the
muscle,
muscle.
like the process that you need to do, like how slow you need to lose it, it's like just stretching out like torture as long as you can.
Yeah.
And the longer you can like stretch it out, the better result you're probably gonna have.
Exactly. And
That's
it's
what-
always the first time you compete, if you do it right, it's always the hardest time to get lean, because you got to get rid of all that baby fat that you've never ever gotten rid of before.
Yeah, once you lose fat and gain it back, it's easier to lose it.
It's much easier to lose.
Yeah, fat you've had your whole life.
Yeah.
It's hard to get off.
You gotta dig so
I-
fucking deep.
I almost died trying to get my glutes shredded last year, like for nationals. I almost died.
Yeah, you died it really hard, man.
Man, and the glutes only came in the last week or two.
Yeah.
I found a big-
for nationals. Go ahead, Shay.
I found a big thing too was like we're dieting so hard. Like I found my training was affected because like I wasn't able to push myself as hard, and like I noticed myself getting weaker and weaker as like the weeks went on.
Yeah.
And for me, that was a big thing. It was like training is just like before competing or anything like that. Like training was such an important thing to me, and it's obviously still is. But like going in and having like a good session and like pushing weight, like that was important to me. So not being able to do that was tough as well for me. So
yeah, it's tough mentally, 100%.
yeah.
Yeah, one thing we should talk about this too is like how you have to adjust your training and prep.
Yeah.
Like something I know that I didn't do like in previous preps because I don't know what I know now, especially what I've learned over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Like you have, especially in like 3, 4, 5 weeks out, you've really got to watch training volume. And like that's when you really want to go back to that like one hard set per exercise mentality, right? Because you only have so much energy to use, and like if you start doing all this extra volume with no purpose, like you're gonna burn off muscle tissue when you're dieting really hard.
There's no reason that a prep workout under 5 weeks should be any more than 45 minutes to 60 minutes.
Legit, like you should go in like one hard as fuck set for every exercise and then bounce, because that's all you fucking need, man.
That's all you need, yeah.
Right? Let your body go recovery, or just like use the nutrients and things like that. Like just you'll look better. You won't look so depleted and shitty, right?
And that's something I definitely struggle with. I in prep, I feel so good. I like when I'm in the gym, you get that really good feeling sometimes, and you just want to stay there and you want to keep going.
Yeah.
Pre-workout is kicking in, and
and when you're like getting ready for a show, it's so easy to have that mindset that doing more is better.
it is.
Because like sometimes you end up doing extra cardio and shit, right?
Yeah.
And or not eat like some food that you're supposed to eat, like
skip out on a meal,
trying to speed up the process, and it's like literally you're actually hurting yourself.
Yeah.
But your intentions are like good, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. All right, let's see what else we got. Favorite part about doing a show?
Favorite what?
Favorite part about doing a show?
Getting shredded. Looking sexy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking pictures for Instagram.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair.
Yeah, man. That's awesome, dude. And food tastes better than sex feels after a show.
Food is like, geez, you can't even explain
I pass up
feeling you get.
I pass up pussy for chocolate cake post show.
Oh, easy.
I wouldn't even think about it, man.
I don't even care.
Luke, you remember my food baby after my show?
Man, that was probably the most disgusting food baby I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe my fucking eyes, man.
I got home and I was like, I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital and get.
How long were you in the bath?
2-3 hours probably. I couldn't get out, like, and I didn't want to get out because it actually felt like good in the bath. Like I was just in pain when I wasn't. So.
Well, at least you didn't get cankles for 2 weeks like I done.
Yeah, you had those bad, dude.
Oh, bro, they were rolling over my socks.
Yeah, I was pretty good. Like after I kind of got over that night, like I woke up the next morning and I had a huge meal too. and like I think I gained like 30 pounds in the first 3 weeks, and I just looked like Michelin Man. Like it was like I was so like full of water and just like chubby. But yeah, no, other than that, it was I was pretty good after the show. Like, I didn't get cankles or
I've yet to be good after a show, and I've done 6-7 shows, and
Yeah.
I binged for 2 or 3 weeks after straight every time.
it's hard, man.
I don't get fat though. I don't
either. I don't get fat. It's just
I don't even get water though.
I get the water.
I don't get shit.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I stay
listen,
so mean no matter what I do, man.
You don't binge like I do after a show.
No, I definitely don't binge as bad as you do. Because I'll like take a day and like this, but I'll be disgusted with myself so fast.
Yeah.
And then I'm like right back on my shit. Like I'll go out for meals like 2 or 3 times a week for like probably a month, but I'm still eating like all clean food, like
Yeah, exactly.
all the time, right?
Yeah.
See, my problem is I eat it, and then I'm like the next day I'm like, holy shit, like my shoulders are bigger, my arms are bigger. I do the same thing. And next day I'm like, I eat it all again.
Yeah.
But then it comes a point where it's like you look down, you're like, you got sausage legs and everything's starting to hurt.
Dude, your ankles something like after that last one, man. Like that was crazy.
That was a little scary.
That was just crazy.
Yeah.
Man, that's good.
Yeah, I also take diuretics after I compete though.
Yeah.
I'll stay on diuretics for like a couple days.
Yeah.
You got to, man.
I did after Canadian Nationals on Sunday. I did.
Yeah, it probably helped you a lot, I'd say.
Oh, I needed to.
Yeah, you had so much edema, man.
Yeah.
Do you boys think that by like having a better like post-show rebound, or like by having a better like diet following the show, and like, you know, you can have a cheat but you stay consistent, like slowly kind of bring your metabolism back, do you think you'll have a better rebound by doing that rather than just binging?
100%.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's one of the hardest things to do, I find. Like I find cutting for a show is one thing. You can get through it, but trying to reverse diet out of a show is probably the hardest thing that I could ever try and do. I can't mentally handle it.
I think at the very least, man, you got to keep doing cardio.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like, cardio can save you.
Yeah.
I think that the issue is most people eat, like, even people who say they reverse diet out, they probably do, but like they probably do like I do, right?
Exactly.
I still eat 3 or 4 cheat meals a week, but they're just good with all the other
But they're
meals.
good with everything else.
But you got to keep cardio in. Even if you fuck up on your diet, if you keep the cardio the same or just drop it down a little bit, you'll save yourself.
That's one thing I'm going to try and do this year is keep the cardio in post show.
Yeah, see, I get in this headspace after a show. Like I like keeping the shreds for a while, right? So like I'll eat shitty and then I'll feel bad. So like I'll do cardio and eat really good for a bit, and then I kind of repeat that until I get a coach to help me get big, because I need a coach more in the off season than I do in prep. I think because every time I see the scale go up, I think I'm getting fat and I back off.
Yeah.
So I need a coach to tell me like, okay, the scale's up, good. We're gonna eat more food, and like I just have to literally financially invest in someone to do what they say in the off season.
I think there's an incentive too, especially like if you're like cutting for a show in the summertime, to actually stay lean after the show, because like
I agree.
You're outside, you're hanging out, your tarps are off, like.
And let's be honest here too, with social media as well, right? Like,
oh yeah,
you're gonna see, like, you get lean, you're gonna see an instant like increase in your everything with social media, following, likes, engagement in general. And
no one cares if you're fat.
No
one
not
cares
really.
if you're fat and hairy.
If you're fat, you better be fucking strong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not strong, you're not shit, right?
Yeah.
So then there's that incentive too, I think, now for us, like, to get in shape and then to make the most of it from like a marketing standpoint, like do our thing for our sponsors and for ourselves. Like you're your own billboard, like, you know what I mean? Like all of our goal here is to coach people like in some, you know, fashion. Yeah. So, you know, the better you look and the more you can show that you live the lifestyle and walk the walk, then the better off you are, right? That's one of the big reasons why I'm following through with this prep no matter what. So I'm like, okay, if the shows get canceled, then it's just gonna be good for business and good for marketing.
Exactly.
Right? It's not gonna hurt me to look.
There's no loss. There's no loss.
There's no loss. There's no loss to them, right? So
to go back to the reverse dieting thing, I remember I did it for 3 weeks. Luke would send me macros and I'd do it. But like it was to the point like I had like a list, a piece of paper filled out of all the things I would eat that day. Like I would implement, like I'd have like half a bar because I could fit it in my macros. Like I had a list of like 30 days of what I would eat. Like I was obsessive over food because I could fit it in, right? And then like I would find myself like I'd be asleep, my girlfriend would wake up and she'd be like, "Where's Jared?" And I'd be downstairs just like shoveling food in my face. Just yeah, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd just be stuffing my face, whatever I can grab.
Yeah.
And that's the hard thing about reverse dieting. You still got that prep mentality of we're like, oh shit, I need to fucking get some food in me.
Yeah, and I'm just like shoveling food in my face.
Yeah.
Macros is how I did my first prep, and it fucked me up with food, man.
Yeah.
I don't fucking think macros is good for many people, like, and from a mental side of things, because once you obsess over the numbers and you relate food to numbers and calories, and like it really fucks you up, right?
All you're doing is just constantly looking at my fitness pal and scanning food, trying to figure out if it fits.
I had my food planned out for like 30 days in advance of what I was going to eat that day. Like it was that bad.
Holy fuck, 30 days in advance?
30 days. I would be at work and like we would be like have no customers and I'd just be punching food in. I'd be like, day 21, I'm going to have this. I can have a bar that day. And like 30 days in advance. It was fucked.
That's unreal.
And then my girlfriend was like, "You got to stop. Like, just eat food. Like, you're going to go crazy." And
borderline eating disorder.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, man. It's scary.
Yeah, fuck that.
So I just like ended up taking my hot and got the system.
I hate when people want me to do macros for them.
Me too, man.
Because this happens all the time with me. Like I'll be giving them a meal plan, and like they want more variety, so they want to do macros. They do macros for 3 weeks, and then they want to get back on a meal plan.
Yeah,
because they start eating dumb shit, and they get inflammation, and they have stomach issues, and all this shit. They go back to eating clean food, and they're like, "Yeah, this is fucking way better."
Yeah, your progress definitely isn't the same on macros as compared to meal plan.
Listen, if you're going to do macros, you need to have the knowledge about nutrition, right? You can't just an average person can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to do macros."
Yeah, no, totally.
It's not going to work. But someone
it's
like us,
mind-blowing how people exclude, like, or don't even consider micronutrient intake.
Yeah. No, they don't.
And then wonder why they feel like shit.
Yeah.
It's like you're literally depriving your body of like these essential micronutrients that it needs to operate, and you don't feel good.
But I fit that bag of Lay's chips in there though.
Yeah.
Right.
Legit. Or made like my third meal with protein powder.
Yep.
Yeah. A cookie for one meal, a shake for one meal, a cupcake for another fucking meal.
Yeah.
So, but that shit's always going to be around, you know what I mean?
So one thing that I wanted to ask you guys about, and I know you guys don't really follow like the whole like the fitness kind of side of or like I guess like the fitness community, where you're more so like bodybuilding kind of focused.
What are you saying?
What's that?
The fuck are you trying to say?
You're saying we're not in the fitness community?
No, I'm talking about like fitness influencers and stuff like that, like the new kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we good? So
make sure you weren't generalizing me.
What's that?
Want to make sure you weren't generalizing me.
Oh no, of course not. So yeah, I just want to. So there's this guy, Isaiah Miranda, and he's 21, and I'm just gonna see if I can share the screen here now if I can figure this out.
Is his name the Jack Italian guy? Is it him?
No, that's not him.
He's sponsored by Gorilla though, right?
I think so. He's sponsored by Raw Gear, like Bradley Martin's.
Yeah, he's sponsored by Gorilla too.
Yeah, I would say I think a lot of them are
kids coming up everywhere that like are just genetic freaks.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's just the whole thing is going more mainstream, so more people are getting into it. So then you get more genetic freaks that are getting into it, and just in 2 years of working out and taking some tests, they're fucking monsters. Right?
Massive.
Yeah, man. It's because, and you know what the other thing is? Like all the knowledge is out there now, right?
Yeah, it's all out there.
It's easy to figure out exactly what you got to do.
Yep. Having a rough go there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
let's not waste too much time.
Well, not record. Yeah, okay, I'll just explain it to you guys because it's not letting me share my screen. But anyways, basically this kid, he's like probably 160 pounds. He's 21. He's shredded like all the time. And so he went and got his test levels checked. and they were 21 nanograms per deciliter.
Oh, that kid, yeah.
And anyway, so like he was like he made a YouTube video about it, like going to get like his hormones and like levels checked and all that. And anyway, so like he had no idea like going into this like what it kind of meant for him. And so like he was talking to the chick at the desk, and like she was telling him his results, and she was like, yeah, so it's like 21. He was like, oh, sick, like I'm 21, like that's hilarious that it worked out like that. And she's like no, like that's not good.
No.
Like
so low.
Like
So
that's
bad.
like extremely low. He's like, oh, like that's really weird. Like anyway, so he went on like after like he left the place, and he went on to, and he was like, well, it's probably because I'm lean all the time, and like, you know, I haven't been eating like as much, and like anyways, he went on with all this stuff, and like it was obviously because he was using like SARMs or something like that. And like More Plates, More Dates made a video on him, and Greg
Okay.
Doucette made a video on him, and like it was this big thing. And anyways, he ended up taking the video down just because he got so much hate for it, and like everybody hates him now. And
He was claiming natty, I guess, was he?
he was claiming that he still does. And no, I was just wondering like what you guys think about that, like think about SARMs in general, and I guess people claiming natty when they're blatantly not natty, like
Bullshit.
but bluntly, yeah.
No, see, the thing is, like, there's just, I don't know.
I don't know why these people give a fuck if anyone thinks they're natural.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, who do they think they are that people care?
There's so many people using shit, and there's like a handful of naturals thrown in there, and
Yeah.
I just don't think anyone cares. Like, to me, that's like a topic for like 3 years ago.
No one gives a shit.
You know what I mean? A good physique's a good physique. If you use shit, okay. If not, okay.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like they think it's like it'll be more impressive if they're if they think that they don't use it.
100%.
Well, I think it's just this instant famous thing, right? It's like, okay, you get these young guys who are like, okay, if I'm young and I look really good, people are gonna think I'm awesome, and especially if I claim natural.
Yeah.
So that's why they do it.
Yeah.
Right? They think if they admit to steroid use, no one's gonna care.
Mhm.
But you know, it would be much easier on everyone if they just shut the fuck up about it in general.
Exactly.
And just posted their content and didn't, every time they post a picture, like they don't need to say they're natural.
No.
It's like, okay, and then these dummies are actually using shit. And then when they get caught, their career is over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like no one will take you serious ever again. Right? That's what I think about it. Like, and
I agree 100%. Yeah.
Like the Connor Murphy thing.
Huh?
Did you see the Connor Murphy thing? I don't know if you guys follow him.
No, I don't follow these little.
Well, Kenny KO made a video about him, and
This is like yesterday, was it, or the day before?
Connor used to be like, he was a huge guy, and like he used to claim natty back in the day, and now he's like this. Anyway, he ended up losing like 30 or 40 pounds. Like never said anything about it. People were speculating like, why'd you lose so much weight? He didn't say anything. He didn't address it. And then Kenny made a video. He was talking to him, and he claimed that he was actually taking 3 or 4 compounds this whole time.
Yeah, well, he just went crazy too. Like,
yeah, he
just
claims
lost
like
his
he's a
mind.
spiritual doctor. Yeah, he's.
So what happened to him? I'll tell you right now. He was on steroids. How old is this guy? Is he a young fella?
20, he was 20, 21, something like that.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, he was a young guy. Took a bunch of shit, obviously.
Yeah.
And got off of it, and probably never PCT properly.
No.
And because he was probably, people were probably like, "There's no way you're fucking natural." So he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go natural." And when you're so young, like you can actually get a response like that from steroids, where you don't even need to eat a whole lot. Like I'm sure he trained hard. So he gained 30 pounds of muscle. Probably got some good genetics, right? And then because he probably ate like a little pansy when he came off, and then he probably lost his appetite, that he stopped eating and came off the juice and lost all the size.
Got
And
depressed.
his test is super low because he never PCT properly. Probably didn't put any HCG in him or anything like that. And his test is super low. His estrogen's a little high. He feels like a little fucking girl. And now he's in the spiritual shit.
Mhm.
All right, the craziest thing about that interview was he said there was a spectrum of nattiness, right? He said like it's not just natty or not natty. There's like a spectrum. Like you're.
What does that even mean?
Oh, just
No,
listen.
it's
Just
not.
listen. So he was saying that like if you take tren and you experience negative effects from tren and like you don't benefit from any, then you're considered natty because the tren didn't work. That's what his whole. I swear to God, you have to watch Kenneth Gayo's video. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, you guys gotta go look this guy up because he is.
The Connor guy said this.
He said that if you, so he said like there's a spectrum, right? Like I'm not like.
No, I know, but I'm asking who said it.
Yeah. He said that Connor did.
I don't want to know anything about this guy.
I don't know.
Yeah. So he was like, if you take trend and you experience negative effects and you don't gain anything from it, then you're still natty because you didn't benefit.
No,
That was
the
his argument.
compound is in your body.
Yeah. Kenny was like, "Are you stupid, kid?" Like
He does like this. He does this like sexual yoga thing, and it is the funniest thing ever. Like it's like I can't even explain it. Like it is actually ridiculous. Like if you watch it, and like he's completely serious, and like he gets these like Instagram models to come like over to his house or whatever. They go out in the backyard, and like they start hugging each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And like I don't even know how to explain. It's like a meditation yoga thing, and he's completely serious, and it's the most ridiculous thing ever. And it's just like you just wouldn't believe your eyes if you saw it. Like this guy's dead serious, and he's just a head case, man. Like it is hilarious.
He did a 40-day fast too. Didn't eat for 40 days.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, did a 40-day fast. He lost a whole bunch more weight.
This kid's fucked.
Yeah.
This fella just crying out for some attention, man.
Yeah, he just got no hope.
He just needs some constant like shit.
Love.
Yeah. Too
man.
bad that. I hope no one's actually influenced by this gentleman.
You got a ton of viewers.
I hope not. I hope his followers just all make fun of him.
Hopefully everyone is laughing at him.
Yeah.
That's what I hope.
Yeah.
What was the initial question there?
We went down a wormhole.
Yeah, I don't know what we were talking about.
You asked like about the kid with the.
Oh yeah, I just brought up
the SARMs.
Right.
Yeah.
So SARMs haven't been around that long, and they're not as good as steroids.
I wouldn't trust it.
Definitely not easy on your liver or kidneys or anything like that because you're taking poorly. Probably just stick to the same shit that everybody's been using for the last like 50, 60 years.
60 years, right?
You know, all the guys, all the old timer guys they're turning out okay.
Yeah.
They were taking some shit.
Yeah.
Especially those guys in the 90s. They were fucking lunatics.
Oh, the 90s boys?
No matter what they say.
No.
They always let on like they weren't using a lot of shit. It's
some crazy fucking numbers from the 90s.
Because we know way more now about steroids than we did then. We know that we don't need a lot, right? Yeah. Back then, they didn't know anything.
They thought more was better.
They were definitely more was better mentality. I'm not saying for all of them, but for
no.
Right.
So what there wasn't as many compounds back then though. Like what would they have had back then?
Well, there still was though. Like everything we use now is the same shit they were using back then.
Yeah. Okay.
There's all kinds of wacky shit.
All kinds of new weird combo like compounds now, but
it don't fucking matter.
No, man.
Almost all steroids basically just help you store more glycogen in your muscle tissue, essentially, and then
help you recover.
And increase like your red blood cells and increase protein synthesis, and it's all generally the same. They just have like different derivatives that do like slightly different things, and some make you hold more water than others. Like for example, like DECA, people will say DECA helps your joints. When really you just have more fluid retention from the DECA, and your joints feel better because of that. Right.
The same thing in the opposite with like Winstrol. It dries you right out, so your joints start to ache and hurt when you're on Winstrol.
Yeah,
right?
there's a pre-contest drug, right? So it makes you appear drier, so you lose more water and your joints hurt like motherfucker.
They feel like they're just grinding.
Yeah. So so like it's always like test DECA, EQ. Some of them are just in different versions now, right? Where like the underground lab scene is just taking over everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of those guys back then were using more pharma grade stuff, and like a lot of the trend they used, like they had to smash up these pills called Finaplex that were like for veterinarian use, and put it suspended in oil themselves and inject it. Like it was they were crazy shit, right? But
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and now steroids are like buying like supplements essentially.
Yeah,
you know, to a certain degree.
Have you seen Tom Platt's interview with like the Brownie and them, but their faces are all blurred out?
No.
I've seen that Derek from More Plates, More Dates made a video about it. Like it was like back. Tom Platt interviewed a bunch of these guys. So I also watched a video of Tom Platt talking about gear. Like He was one of the first guys like back in the 80s to talk about it. And then after that, he interviewed when he was older in the 90s. He interviewed Ronnie Coleman, but they wanted their faces blurred out.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you could tell it's Ronnie. The dude's jacked, just sitting there, and it's just his face is blurred out, and like, but yeah, they talked about what they took. I think it was Ronnie, Chris Cormier, or not Chris Cormier. I can't remember who else it was. There were a few guys. They had their faces blurred out, but
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. That sounds funny.
And they changed their voices too.
Yeah, but like
No way.
you got it.
Oh yeah, it's so easy to tell.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. There's so many guys talking about stuff like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's just whatever now, right?
Exactly.
Just something you have to do. But I'll tell you this, it's literally the worst part about bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's worse. It's the worst thing. If I could take away anything out of bodybuilding, that's exactly what it would be.
Mm-hmm. It gives it such a bad rep. Everyone just thinks it's like the devil's juice.
and well, yeah, that I honestly don't care about that. I care about just actually doing it sucks.
Oh yeah.
Like poking yourself all the time is not fun, and you know, depending on the side effects you get, it can be shit.
Yep.
Right.
Much rather it not be a thing.
Yeah, I feel like there's more cons than there is pros.
Yeah.
But it's just the pro. It's just necessary if you want to do this, like
100%.
at a high level. So.
Word.
Yeah.
That's all I got, I think. I don't know if we have any more questions. Is there anything you guys want to talk about?
I got questions.
What's
We've all
that?
got questions.
You guys think it's bad to jerk off or have sex before you train?
Yes.
You think it makes a difference?
It makes a difference for me, man.
Yeah.
I think training, the desire to train gets lower. Like you don't want to get at it as bad.
I don't have that rage and aggression.
Yeah, you're not as aggressive, right?
No,
Yeah,
test
no, I
levels
agree
are
with that.
dropped.
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I always think about it.
Dude, I will never. I refuse.
Wow,
I refuse until after.
Yeah.
Is that why like MMA fighters?
Really, you refuse?
I refuse, man.
I can't refuse shit.
No. I did it once, man. It ruined my workout.
Yeah, fuck, dude. I know, man. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Like MMA fighters don't do it before a fight, do they?
I wouldn't say.
I wouldn't.
I
know.
heard like Ronda Rousey
They're all
talk about
sucked down. They're all sucked down before a fight. It's like I wouldn't have sex. I don't have sex for like 3 weeks
before a show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Makes sense, yeah.
Just because you don't want to, like you just don't have.
Yeah.
Unless you're fucking Ian Valier.
Yeah, like 8 times a day.
On the day of the show.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
You
That's
fuck up your tan, bud.
What?
You fuck up your tan.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, really though.
And then he was just like, no, man, just doggy. I won't fuck anything up.
Yeah.
It's cooked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you get so mellowed out afterwards. It's just like that's
Parasympathetic nervous system kicks in.
Dude, you don't give a shit about anything.
yeah. That's not what you want, right?
Yeah, you really just want to chill, like, you know what I mean? You don't want to be touched. Just want to sit the fuck
Look at.
down. Maybe get a snack. Yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Do you get any questions or anything, Ryan? In the Q&A thing?
I read out a couple of them.
Did you get many?
Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably got 12.
Oh.
A lot of them were from Tim. Tim put in like 6.
You were kidding, and he was just shouting all these questions.
Yeah. What else? Favorite meal during the off season was one. Mine's sushi.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Favorite
See-
meal? Okay, well, what's your favorite meal that you eat every day?
Ground beef and rice.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
And I've
salmon, man. I fucking air fry the salmon for breakfast every morning, and it's the best.
Really?
My favorite is chicken thighs and rice in the frying pan with like some of that good soy sauce.
I've never had chicken thighs like in my diet.
Dude,
I've never had them as a bodybuilding food. I've only ever ate them as like some other random.
I can't do chicken breast anymore. It just feels like I'm chewing up sawdust.
Dude, I don't know if I've had chicken thighs ever.
They're good.
Boneless, skinless chicken thighs are like the most amazing thing ever.
You ever eat a chicken leg before?
No, I don't think so.
You never had a chicken leg in your life?
I don't think so.
A leg, bro. You never had a
Why would I
leg.
have a chicken leg?
What do you mean? At
It's like with
KFC?
your family, like in like for supper or something like
Shake
that.
and bake?
No, I don't. I
You've
don't.
never had shake and bake.
No,
Wait, what?
no. I've honestly never had shake and bake.
That's a problem, bro.
I don't remember the last time I had KFC either. So
Barry Brands.
Mary Brown's. I only get Big Mary's there.
And
Respect.
Yeah. Oh, other thing is putting eggs with the ground beef and rice. So good. Heavy meal, but so good.
yeah, I know. I've done that before too.
Eggs ruin every meal.
Luke, what's your issue with eggs? You got like you have like
I can't do them, man. I don't like them.
He hates eggs and oats.
Yeah, I do. I hate eggs and oats.
Oh, it's
Everyone else's favorite prep meal, he hates it.
Now, man, listen. Now in prep, when it hits
Yeah.
like 8 weeks out, I love my oats.
yeah.
Hey, Boz, you want to do a no condiment challenge in prep?
No.
No.
Come on, you fucking pussies.
No.
What do you mean, like do none?
Dude, that was the worst. That was the worst 4 weeks of my life when fucking Dave took out my condiments in the last 4 weeks. of
No,
prep.
man, there's a part of me that wants to do that.
You're nuts, man. Luke, do you remember when you found out I was using regular jam?
Oh.
Butter like 2 weeks
That
ago?
motherfucker.
Oh, Boz, I'll tell you a story. I was training Dan Johnson for a show, and we got to the point where we were like 6 weeks out. Like he wasn't really getting leaner.
Oh, I remember you telling me this.
Yeah, and I had him doing like a cup of rice with each meal, right? And then at 6 weeks out, he goes, so this is like raw measured rice, right? And I was
Holy
like,
shit!
fuck no, dude. I was
It's
like,
like 2.5 cups, 3 cups.
Almost 3
Yeah.
cups.
And that's what he was eating, because he was like, man, I feel like I'm eating a lot of rice for how close to the show we are. And I was like, just 1 cup, right? He was like, yeah, that's cooked, right? And I was, or he's like, that's raw, right? And I was like, no, man.
Oh, dude.
Oh
Who
my
measures
god!
the rice dry?
Me, I do.
Only adjustment we had to make until the show.
Jared, you measure your rice dry?
Because I only like because like if not, then how do you know like how much to put in your rice cooker?
What?
Okay, listen.
What is he saying? Have you,
So if-
have you
if
heard of
you
the
gotta
have
eat,
you
like-
heard of the search engine Google?
Oh
Yeah,
my
like-
God, bro.
I just know how many grams dry is in this little measuring cup I got.
Dude, just fill up the rice cooker and turn it on.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have a whole bunch you gotta throw out.
Why would you throw it out? It's good for like 3 days in the fridge.
That I don't know. I don't like that. I like fresh rice every morning.
Dude.
Okay, well,
Just
listen.
make a day's worth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
but how do you
cup-
know how much to cook if you don't
because
measure it
one
dry?
cup gives you.
Measure, because okay, so stop measuring the rice fucking raw, first of all. So from now on, you measure your rice cooked, okay? So
Yeah.
150 grams of cooked rice, 42 grams of carbs.
Yeah.
Around, okay?
Yeah.
So you just make your rice. What kind of rice do you use?
Jasmine.
Thank fuck. You should
Yeah.
do it, right? So for you, you probably need 2 cups raw for a day, probably, right? So
Yeah.
see, I know everything, Jared.
I
So
know.
2, I know you know. So 2 cups of dry rice.
Yep.
And then 4 cups of water in the rice cooker. Turn it on. Rice for the
Plug
day.
it in.
Plug it in, yeah.
Plug it in first.
Yeah.
All right.
Father Mo is spoken.
Measure,
Jared-
so 150 grams is 1 cup of rice.
Because Jared, I'm exactly like you. I like having my rice fresh all the time too. So that's
Yeah.
what I do. I throw in 2.5 cups dry, and then I do 5 cups of water, and it's done.
Okay.
You're not measuring your proteins and shit raw, are you?
Me? Oh, him. He is, man. He is.
I have, yeah. Well, listen.
Man,
Listen. I cook like just enough for that meal, right?
That's this. You're savage, boy. How much time do you have? Like, are you only doing that because you're on lockdown, or have you been doing that like forever?
yeah, because I'm doing
You
it
just
now.
gotta
'cause
put
of
a plate. I only eat like one meal at a time. I don't cook in advance, besides rice.
what if you're working in a
You just measure it raw and throw it in the pan.
Yeah, but you gotta cook every time you want to eat.
I've been doing that for ever since I've bodybuilding, like 3 years.
That's ridiculous.
Dude, you gotta change your ways, man.
I don't know. I just like it better that way.
Listen,
eventually,
there's pros that do that shit, man. But these, you know what I mean? Like
they don't. All they do is that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I don't know. I've
saying.
just been doing it forever.
Like that's all they do. That's crazy. I'm pretty.
Yeah, but
fucking
like,
proud.
doesn't like your food varies though cooked unless you cook it the same every time. Like the weight of it, right?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, to an extent, yes.
If you cook it differently, like could be drier or
Yeah, well, who the fuck cooks their food differently every time they cook it?
well, you might want to do it in the pan today or in the oven tomorrow.
Not if you're a bodybuilder, you just cook it the same way every time.
Yeah. Anyways, I just weigh it raw.
I cook my
it
food
every-
different too.
Listen, more power to you, man. I don't think you should change it if it's working for you and that you can do it. But like, you must just love cooking.
Yeah, right. Like
Die for it.
I always cook if I have a steak meal in my meal plan. I'll always cook my steak and eat it cooked like right away. Fuck leftover steak. Like it's
So Mo, you get your meals already made though. So
Well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I get my
proteins.
protein.
Yeah.
I get
but
my-
if you didn't, would you just cook in the morning for the full day, like your first meal, or will you?
I always prep food for like 3 or 4 days.
I
I don't like that.
I
By the
don't like
third
it
day,
either,
that tastes
Jared.
rancid.
But
I
you
hate
could at least
barbells for
cook
food,
like for 2 days.
Yeah, I just eat, man.
What I used to do when I worked was I'd come home that night, I'd cook food for the next day every night.
Get some
How
time
long
on
does
your
that usually take?
Not long, just rice and meat.
Yeah.
So I might.
Jared's just not as lazy as us.
No, I guess not.
Yeah, I think
I don't find it hard.
we are the people with the issue here.
yeah.
Yeah, Jared's fine.
He's got to figure it out.
Yeah, Jared's probably.
So
Jared's probably
you guys
more
just like
efficient.
just cook like a shit ton of beef at one time and just measure it out cooked?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I cook beef, especially, man, I cook enough for like 3 or 4 days. Like,
Yeah,
man,
so
Looks like
What I
20 pounds
do-
of ground beef.
yeah,
What I do is it's raw, and I'll get Ziploc bags, portion it 200-gram portions raw,
Right.
put it in the freezer, and then I'll take it out as I need it, 200-gram portions.
It works. It works.
It takes a long time, but I'd rather that way.
If you got the time, then why not?
you probably get more nutrients from your food that way.
Yeah.
We don't have
Who's the real winner?
Who's the
I'm the one winning. So my way is the best way.
Your way is definitely the best way.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's just not the most time management saving.
I don't know. I don't find it too bad.
Well, listen, how like every day, so if it only takes you what 45 minutes to an hour every night, then that's not that bad.
No, well, like that was when I was working full tail in school and stuff. But now in lockdown, it's just like no time.
There's no way that your way does not take more time.
It does, but I get to enjoy it better. Freshly cooked. Listen, everything's not always about how fast or how slow it is. It's about enjoying it.
It's fuel, Jared.
I agree with you 100%. I'm a huge foodie at heart, so like,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I make my food to taste good as much as I can.
I only care about my cheat meals tasting.
I'm not like Morgan. Morgan, he doesn't care if it's just cardboard and fucking paper on the plate.
Oh, that's why I think I might do no condiments, man. Starting tomorrow, I might try.
You're on your own, buddy.
Yeah, big time.
You know, I want to be like granite.
Yeah.
If I don't do condiments,
Yeah, but even like hot sauce, like
nothing.
nothing. Jeez.
Just
You gonna put just some salt?
Just
Himalayan
spice.
pink salt.
Yeah, pepper, salt, and then like if there's some spices I like, I might.
Yeah, some Italian seasoning, shit like that.
Yeah, but the thing I don't know if I can go without is the soy sauce.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one, dude. I would not be able to eat rice without that.
I don't put anything in my rice. I just eat it like plain.
What?
I swear to God.
Dude, I've been using.
And you
Have
got
you
some
tried the soy sauce that we use?
Yeah.
The amino one, right?
Brags. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't bought it. I just eat rice like plain.
Dude, that shit is a life changer.
Change your
Yeah,
fucking
might buy some.
but
Yeah, I definitely got to get some. I've been using mustard and like sriracha or Frank's recently. Like before, I'm trying to increase my tolerance to spicy stuff because my tolerance is at rock bottom. Like I cannot do spicy stuff at all,
Big
man.
pussy.
Frank's is the best introduction to spicy.
Frank's is the best yet.
Yeah. So
And then go to sriracha.
But you know what, Luke? He's just at that stage in his bodybuilding career where it's just mustard and hot sauce right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he graduate as you go. Like I remember when it was just fucking mustard and hot sauce for me.
what
I
is
went,
that?
I went through bottles and bottles
Just
of
being
Frank
like when I was
Fries.
in year 2 or 3 of my bodybuilding career, I
Yeah.
was using hot sauce and mustard a lot, and now I have a more elite
Elite.
collection of condiments
This
that,
guy.
that you have to earn the right to use through
All right.
hardship in the industry.
All right.
So you stay away from that sweet with heat mustard until you
graduate.
until you get shredded at least one more time.
Fair.
Yeah.
I accept that.
I tell you one thing though, boys. I'm stoked to get on stage with you guys.
Oh, it's gonna be nuts.
Aw, thanks,
Oh, man.
man. I can't wait either.
It's gonna be nuts.
Luke, I was literally thinking about that today. You know, like the picture that C-Bum got with like rough, like probably
With Terrence, yeah.
like I don't know when it was. It was probably like 2 years ago or whatever. When they were like doing most muscular, like facing each other. I was thinking about that. I was like, man, me and Luke got to get a picture like that.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get one with you, and I'm gonna get one with Mo.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
And we're done.
And close it out with
See you
that.
later.
Yeah.
So Shay, you're doing the show naturally.
Yes, sir.
The dominate natural division.
That's the
And
plan.
he's gonna do men's physique and classic physique.
Oh, I got a question for you, Shay. Do you take natural diuretics?
I took what was it, Luke? Dandelion last prep.
Dandelion root. That was all.
Did it make you piss a lot?
Yeah.
It was like
I guess relatively. Like I was drinking when I was taking. I think I was drinking more water then too. So
you were, yeah. I
It
don't
did for
really
me,
know
I
how
guess.
much of a difference it made, if it did anything, but like you might as well.
Water,
throw it in.
though?
ask Jared about it, because Jared picked it 5
What?
times an hour anyway.
man. I actually got a diagnosed small bladder. Like when I was a kid, I actually had it
Diagnosed.
diagnosed. Yeah.
Oh, you
I
guys-
used to, like-
are you a frequent
I used to
peer?
go on like bus trips for school, and like I wouldn't be able to go an hour. Like I peed myself one time on a bus trip. Given that I was like in grade 2, but that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
Dude,
bad.
I have a pretty small bladder as well. Like
Yeah.
Same, man. I
I-
pee all the time.
Dude,
Yeah,
training
I
with
fit-
Jared,
it's
he'll
probably every kid.
disappear 4 to 5 times a training session. Where's Jared? He's like, I was taking a piss, man.
We drank pre-workout, throw a little bit of caffeine in there.
Yeah, and I'm done. A coffee, man, I'm steady like every 10 minutes.
You probably get dehydrated really easy.
Yeah. So always gotta be slamming waters.
Get a little piss bag for your side.
Yeah, tape it on.
Yeah.
So, Shay, are you going to do classic, natural, and open?
Yes.
What about men's physique?
Yes.
Both as well?
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely should, dude.
Probably not a lot of open men's physique guys, was it? There's only a couple. There was only one last year was actually open.
Open men's physique is just like an interesting division for like.
It
is.
So you know what I mean.
It's just I don't know who's going to win men's physique this year.
Right. The open men's physique is going to be all the natural guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And then you might
Yeah, I'm curious to see who's going to be competing.
There's a good few people doing it from Clarenville way
Oh, okay.
that have never competed before, and like a lot of them look pretty good.
Damn.
They kind of got a good culture out there now for it, right?
They have a deadly culture, man.
Yeah, that's good,
Yeah.
man. That's good.
Yeah.
The more people we can get into it here, the better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
100%.
Just
There's gonna be
I just hope this shit clears up soon so people have more confidence about it.
Me too.
I
man.
know.
Because like I was prepping a client who was probably not going to do it now.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat with someone.
Yeah, it just sucks, right?
It's because it's hard to be dialed in and so focused when like
It is, man.
so much uncertainty.
And financially too for people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do, to like pay a coach a certain amount of money every month and to be buying all this food and supplements for your first time competing and then for a show to get canceled. Like that's a hard financial hit to take for someone,
Yeah.
right?
Agreed. Yeah, that sucks, man. It's like, they don't mind investing that much if it actually happens, but to invest it all and then
Yeah.
it not happen is tough, right?
Yeah.
Especially for someone's first prep going through that
First
mentally.
prep. It's definitely hard to keep the motivation high.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully it goes ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I can't see for any reason that it shouldn't here.
Unless the thing is, it's like just like happen like
Exactly. It happens so fast.
It can happen so fast, right?
Yeah. You think they would push it any further?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
That's
I don't think there'd be any
maybe
point.
July, but
if it gets canceled, she'll probably cancel it
Yeah.
because she has other stuff planned.
Yeah.
there's other stuff planned, right? So, but I guess you never know.
No.
Yeah, no, it's true.
You know, if they end up postponing it to October or November or something, they could happen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta hope
People are gonna get sick of
for the
it.
best.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Keep doing what we're doing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's it.
All right, boys. It's been a pleasure.
Sure has.
Good chats, boys. Good chats.
Good
We should
chat.
definitely make this a more regular thing.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll hop on for an hour every Saturday at 5
Every
o'clock.
Saturday, man. I'm down.
Let's do it.
If you don't show up, you're out of the group chat.
Yeah, there you go.
There's
No
no
matter
coming
what.
back. There's no coming back.
No more twisted steel and sex appeal for you, boy.
Yeah.
I would drive down the highway, just like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
We're just talking shit. We just talk shit about you after that. For
Yeah.
I'll just come back, watch this podcast, and hear what you boys gonna say about me.
You just become a fan. All right, bro. That's best kind.
All right.
Yeah.
Boys. Take care. We'll talk to you
Good
later.
talking to you all, guys. Later.